This is the story of how we went to Portugal and came back with a cat. This was supposed to be just another travel adventure, our first international trip since the pandemic. Portugal, the Algarve, in November. We booked business class, flew on Thanksgiving to save some money, and found the perfect isolated Airbnb in the mountains. But what we didn't know was that this trip would change our lives forever. The first night we arrived, the stray mountain cats appeared out of the dark, dozens of them, and then one little kitty stood out. He was sick, frail, his eyes barely opened, his fur was a mess. Honestly, we were scared to touch him, but he was so desperate for food and affection. By the next morning, he was waiting for us outside, and then every day, after every hike, every adventure, every return home, he was there. We started feeding him, giving him water, cleaning his wounds, and then suddenly, exploring the Algarve wasn't the highlight of our days anymore. He was. Kitties. We made it through the cold nights. We tried not to get attached. We told ourselves we already had 2 cats at home, strong, dominant males. There was no way we could add another. But then every night it got colder, and we even slept outside with him to keep him warm. We agonized. How could we leave him behind? One afternoon, we stopped at a local vet and waited over an hour just to get some antiseptic and parasite treatment. He had so many injuries, and he was covered with so many ticks. We cleaned him every day, trying to get him a little relief. Finally, we went to a vet in Montjuic. We braced for the worst, but to our shock, he was tested negative for feline leukemia and AIDS. The vet told us he probably wouldn't last 6 more months on the streets. She could neuter him, fix his teeth, prepare his paperwork, including a passport for travel. And suddenly, our trip had a whole new mission. Hopefully Wiz did okay. Went to a lot of pet stores. We scrambled to find a travel carrier, changed flights, even downgraded to coach, and prepared this little kitty for the journey of his life. 2 nights without him at the Airbnb felt so empty. Then finally, we picked him up on a cold, rainy night and headed to Lisbon. We named him Wiz.
My baby. Oh my gosh. Did not think we'd come home from Portugal with a cat.
No, he's so happy.
He's so happy, poor guy. No.
We'll remember these videos, the first videos of him. And when in a year from now, when he's all looking good.
Dad.
Hi. He's so happy. Hi. You should just look at him. He's so excited. He's so excited. Look at him.
Look at the Wiz.
He's the Wiz. I was worried we'd bring him in and he would be hissing and upset and growling and scratching and not happy. But he's happy. And I picked a good can of food that he likes. We did not expect to come home from Portugal with a kitty. Honestly, the thought had never crossed our minds when we booked this trip. Yet, here we were in a Lisbon hotel with Wiz curled up by our side, like he was always part of the family. The next morning, Wiz began his own journey. He went from a stray in the Algarve Mountains to experiencing 3 international airports and even relaxing in several business lounges. He was calm and silent, as if he knew this was his ticket to a new life. We were lucky to find a kind and compassionate veterinarian who came in on our day off to do Wiz's surgery, just so he could make the trip home to Florida. She told us this little stray mountain cat had won the lottery and wanted to give him a real chance at life. I'm so cold. And there we have little kitty. We're in Minute Sweets. We had our only meal out of the trip, and we got Wiz.
Yeah, look at this lover.
He's a lover. Can't get closer to you.
Yeah.
The irony, on our very first day in Portugal, we almost bought a ceramic cat as a souvenir. Instead, we came home with the real thing. We came for the beauty of Portugal, but we left with something far greater. Welcome home, Wiz.